Hey guys, in today's episode we are going to interview Andrea, who is from Belgium. He's a successful freelance graphic designer and he's able to travel when and wherever he wants. How is he able to do this? Also some things to throw into the mix. Andrea just bought a house and his husband cannot travel like he can. So how do they make this work? How is this a successful partnership? And all of the juicy details are in today's episode and I'm so excited to share it with you. So let's dive right in. Before we get started, we just want to give a shout out to Office R&D, who is our sponsor on today's episode. They are a co-working management software company that helps workspaces around the world deliver better experiences to their customers. They share our values of promoting and championing remote work, and they've been our biggest supporters since day one. Okay, so let's continue. So we are here today interviewing Andrea from Belgium. But you're the French. Wait, you're not the French. You're the...
No, I'm Flemish, so I speak Dutch.
Yeah, it's very confusing. So he's on the side of Belgium that speaks Dutch, and then there's a whole other side that speaks French. Okay, cool. Glad we got
a tiny part that speaks German.
It's very confusing, very confusing. But I'm really excited that we met you, and I would love to share with everyone your story and just your story of working remotely and how that's affected your personal and your professional life. So let's jump right into that. Just first off, foundationally, where are you from? How long have you been traveling for? Just share that with us.
So basically, I'm from Belgium, Antwerp. I've been freelancing for 2 years. And then I started my own co-working space in Antwerp.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I started my own co-working space 1.5 years ago. And then 2 months ago, I sold it because I'm a graphic designer, and that's a full-time job. And running a co-working space is a full-time job, believe me. So I kind of had to choose, and then I went with graphic design.
That's awesome.
And now I'm free to do whatever I want since 2 months. So now I'm here for only 10 days in Morocco, just to get a quick getaway.
Yeah, cool. But tell us, what is the plan right now because I was asking them, so are you going to be in and out? What are you doing?
Yeah, so basically I have a house and a relationship in Belgium. My boyfriend is working location-based, so he has to be in Belgium all the time, pretty much. So yeah, I can do whatever I want. So I kind of go in and out. I can be in Belgium for 2 months, and then I can be in Morocco for 3 weeks. So I'm just combining the digital nomad life, but I'm not actually nomadic since I'm based in Belgium.
I think that's really cool. I think a lot of people feel like you have to do all or nothing.
Yeah, I think that's... Why would you I think it would be very difficult to oblige yourself to be a full-time digital nomad, because I really love... I love being in Belgium. I also... like having personal contact with my clients. I call them all the time. We're on Slack. We FaceTime, but it's still good to have, for the smaller projects especially, it's good to have a face-to-face talk now and again. I like being with family. I like my house. I like my relationships. So I like to be in Belgium, but that doesn't mean I have to be there 24/7. So right now I'm just doing the mix, and it works for me.
I think that's so cool. You were saying, a lot of people when they go into digital nomad or traveling remotely, they're selling everything. They're selling the house, the dog, the car, everything. And you just bought a house, right?
Yeah, exactly. I bought a house this summer. That doesn't oblige me to be there for, the coming 10 years. I can still Airbnb it. I can still rent it out for a year and go traveling for a year. I have all those options. I don't think you have to push yourself in a different direction. For me right now at this moment, where my family is at, where I'm at, where my boyfriend is at, this is what works for me, but it could be totally different in 2 years. Yeah. I think that's fine.
Yeah, and I think that's cool. We're always evolving and you're allowed to change your mind whenever you want.
Yeah.
But right now you were saying that you lining up kind of with what clients you have to meet in person, and then also your boyfriend's schedule in case you guys go on holiday together or whatever, right?
So basically, I never oblige to see my clients. They don't ask me that, because at first I used to work from my own co-working space. But I think like maybe 75% of the time I can work from wherever, but then I kind of line it up with, does my boyfriend have a busy schedule? Right now he's extremely busy, so it's really easy for me just to, go out.
Hop away
He
to
wouldn't
Morocco.
even notice.
Yeah.
But then I see like if my father is turning 60, I want to be in Belgium, so I'm gonna be in Belgium. Like, so it's my boyfriend's schedule, my family, my schedule, and I kind of see maybe it can be a week, maybe it can be a full month that I'm gone.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be away for 3 months, maybe more than 3 months would be, I'm not sure, with a relationship and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to be there sometime.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no, I'm just kidding. No, I like what you said. Like, you're like, I like my home, but I also want to travel as well. And you can have both of those things. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Yeah.
I think that's really important for people to hear, because I think, a lot of my friends back home, they're like, oh, I love what you do, but, I just got a dog, or like, I see my mom every day. Like, I don't know if I could handle it, Also the uncertainty of traveling. So for you, do you mitigate some of that uncertainty by staying at co-living spaces? Like, is that the goal? Are you going to stay at co-living spaces for the next couple times that you travel?
Right now, there's plenty of options of co-living spaces to go. Maybe if I run out of options, I might just do an Airbnb. But I really like the productivity you find, the people you find. I really love connecting with freelancers or entrepreneurs all over the world. So that's super interesting. And that's definitely something I'm going to do in the coming years. But I wouldn't fix myself to it. As long as I got my work done, I work about like 7 to 10 hours a day. So as long as I get my work done, the mornings, the evenings, the lunches, the weekends are still free. So I can do whatever. I think I'm super productive in co-living spaces and co-working spaces. So if I want to get the work done, I would do that.
That's
instead
awesome.
of being on my own in an Airbnb.
Yeah, especially if you owned your own co-working space, what the community can help you with. Yeah.
I know how important it is and how much you get from it. It's inspiring. It's productive.
Where you can find your people. But is there anything that you would say to people who are thinking of doing, like, just traveling and working remotely? Is there something that you wish you had known when you first started, or something that clicked where you were like, oh, I can just do this?
Yeah, it's a lot of these digital nomad stories are really black and white. So it's people saying, I'm going to be gone, so I can't have a house. I won't see my family. I have to prepare my family that I'm not going to be there. I can't have a serious relationship or a steady relationship. I think that's
all BS.
All bullshit. Yeah. Exactly. It's not black or white. You can make your own thing. Make it work for you, however you want to do it. It's actually, to be honest, it's actually pretty easy. You get your schedule right, you book a flight, you book an accommodation, and basically you're there, so that's fine.
Yeah. So I think a lot of it's a mental thing.
Yeah, exactly. There's also a lot of people who are afraid they will lose clients. For me, it was really easy. I just thought to myself, if I would be working from a different space, would my client notice it? And if they would notice it, is that a bad thing? Actually, none of my clients would care. Actually, they all know that I'm in Morocco. Nobody really cares. If there would be like a huge time difference, I would, maybe schedule a bit better. But now Morocco and Belgium is like the same time zone,
So you could be working in a co-working space in Belgium, and it would be the same, unless
it would be the exact same. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think we got it. Just one final random question: when you're out traveling, what is your most fun thing that you would like to do? Like, if you go to a city and you're excited about something. Like, for me, I love hip hop music. I'm always like super stoked if there's like some sort of music happening. But what is that for you?
For me, it's the small parts where you're actually doing nothing and you're actually just watching the people on the street interacting with each other, see how the locals work, how time goes, how the environment goes. Those are the most fun parts, because a lot of the times when you're traveling, you're going to see this, you're going to see that. But I think it's the parts where you're actually doing nothing and just observing that are the most interesting in the end.
That's cool. That's gold right there. Good job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. I loved getting to know Andrea, and to me this really shows how there's so many options to travel and work remotely. Even if your partner doesn't have the same opportunity that you do, you can make it work. Like, you can make anything work. So the biggest thing is to decide that that's what you want to do and go out there and go after it. So I hope this episode was helpful for you. If you liked, hit like at the screen, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!